How does an exit reentry permit affect your work visa in Asia? Imagine planning a quick trip home or a vacation, only to find out your work visa might be at risk. That's where an exit or reentry permit comes into play. If you're working abroad in Asia, understanding how this permit affects your visa can save you a lot of trouble. An exit or reentry permit is a special document that allows you to leave the country temporarily and come back without losing your legal work or residence status. Without it, leaving the country might cancel your visa or residence permit, forcing you to go through the visa reapplication process again. This permit acts like a safeguard, making sure your visa stays valid during your travels. In countries like Thailand, if you want to leave and return on the same visa, you need to get a reentry permit beforehand. There are two types: single reentry permits, which allow one exit and reentry, and multiple reentry permits, which let you leave and come back multiple times during your visa's validity. The permit costs around 1,000 Thai baht, which is roughly $30, and takes about 3 working days to process. Remember, the visa itself does not get extended by this permit, so you must keep your visa valid for the duration of your travel plans. Indonesia also requires an exit and reentry permit for foreigners with work or residence permits. You need to submit your passport, proof of your work contract, and financial statements. The permit costs about 250,000 Indonesian rupiah, roughly $18, and takes around 5 working days to process. It is essential to have this permit if you plan to leave and return without losing your work or residency rights. China's work visa holders, called Z visas, must apply for an exit and reentry permit if they want to leave temporarily. The process involves submitting employer letters and work certifications. The permit costs approximately 250 Chinese yuan, about $35, and takes about 5 to 7 working days. Failing to get this permit before leaving can lead to visa cancellation, which means reapplying from abroad. Japan has a slightly different approach. If you hold a long-term work visa, you can re-enter within 1 year without a re-entry permit if you notify immigration beforehand. However, for longer absences, you should apply for a re-entry permit, which costs around 10,000 Japanese yen, or roughly $90, and takes about 5 working days. Without this, your visa could become invalid, and you might need to start the application process again. For Americans working in Asia, getting an exit or re-entry permit before traveling is a smart move. It keeps your work and residence rights intact and prevents delays or extra costs. The process usually involves submitting your passport, valid visa, and sometimes a letter from your employer. It's a simple step that can save you from losing your legal status or having to reapply from abroad. Remember, each country has its own rules and costs for these permits. Always check with your local immigration office or your employer to ensure you have the latest information. In the end, having an exit or re-entry permit makes your travel plans smoother and keeps your work life in Asia secure.